The last few years have been a real golden age for science fiction fans. Cult works come to life, sequels to beloved stories and high-profile new releases that promise to dazzle the imagination. If you are in search of exciting series that will take you to the worlds of the future, mysteries and global conspiracies, here are a few projects that you can already watch. The second season of the sci-fi series Halo, based on the iconic game series, continues to immerse viewers in the massive conflict of the 26th century. Humanity is waging a desperate war with a powerful alien race, being on the verge of resource depletion. The last hope is Project Spartans, elite modified fighters capable of standing up to a superior enemy. This time the war takes an even darker turn. The protagonist, Master Chief, is willing to risk everything to uncover the truth that no one believes. Meanwhile, Kavanagh plots a daring attack on humanity's greatest citadel, jeopardizing the entire galaxy. John sets out to find an ancient superweapon that could be either salvation or the final verdict for human civilization. The season promises even more epic battles, dramatic twists and suspenseful storytelling, making Halo not just an adaptation of the game, but a full-fledged standalone universe. Dark Matter is an adaptation of Blake Crouch's internationally acclaimed science fiction novel of the same name. The plot centers on Jason Desson, a prominent physicist from Chicago, who once gave up a brilliant scientific career for the sake of his family. But one day his life changes dramatically. Returning home late at night, he suddenly finds himself in an alternate version of his reality. Trying to find his way back, Jason finds himself drawn into a maze of many possible lives he could have lived. Now he must travel through dizzying dimensions where the lines between reality and possibility blur. However, the greatest threat is not outside, but inside. The most dangerous enemy he will have to fight is himself. Gen V is a spin-off of the cult sci-fi action movie The Boys, which expands the dark and ruthless universe of the original series. This time the audience is immersed in the world of young superheroes studying at an elite college run by the powerful corporation Vote International. Here, students don't just study theory, they fight for the right to become the next legends among superheroes. However, behind the glitter of victories and student parties lurks a sinister experiment. As it turns out, the corporation is preparing something truly ruthless, a battle royal, in which only the strongest will survive. As a result, the heroes are faced with a choice, to follow the rules of the system or fight for the truth, risking their own lives according to the creators. Gen V, not just a link between the third and fourth seasons of Patsanov, and a full-fledged independent story, affecting the development of the entire movie universe. The series promises an exciting mix of sharp social satire, bloody action and youth drama, revealing the darker side of the superhero world. Constellation is an American psychological thriller and miniseries starring Noomi Rapace that explores the dark corners of the human psyche through the prism of the vast cosmos. The story begins with a catastrophe in space. The protagonist returns to Earth, but finds that her life has changed irreversibly, as if important fragments of reality have simply disappeared. Using her knowledge of the universe, the woman tries to make sense of what is happening and get to the very core of human consciousness. As she searches for the truth, she encounters terrifying discoveries that call into question her own perception of the world. The creators promise an intense space adventure combining suspense, drama and science fiction. Constellation is not just a story about returning from the depths of the universe, but a tense and multi-layered tale about the struggle for one's reality and the desperate quest to find what has been lost. The Twisted Metal series is based on the iconic video game series, which centers on a deadly tournament where the best drivers battle it out in deadly vehicles and the winner is promised the fulfillment of any wish. However, the film adaptation offers a new story filled with adrenaline, madness and black humor. The action unfolds in a post-apocalyptic world, where a nameless hero who has lost his memory is given a task, to cross a dangerous wasteland and deliver a mysterious package. If he succeeds, he can change his life, but the path to his goal is strewn with obstacles. On the road he is pursued by ruthless marauders, equip their cars with deadly weapons, and among them, real psychopaths, ready to tear up anyone in their path. The creators of the series, being longtime fans of the original game, tried to convey its style and atmosphere, from spectacular battle scenes to iconic characters. Twisted Metal is a frantic mix of action, black comedy and crazy races, where everyone behind the wheel is either a hunter or a victim. The sequel to the massive science fiction series based on the works of Isaac Asimov continues to explore complex ideas about civilization, predestination and chaos. While the first season mesmerized with visual splendor but left questions for the narrative, the second season takes us centuries into the future as the galactic empire crumbles and Gary Seldon's predictions collide with a new threat, a colony of mentalists with psionic powers he couldn't account for. One of the key challenges of the Foundation adaptation is the time jumps that made the filmmakers hesitant to adapt the novel for a long time. However, despite the complex structure and controversial plot decisions, the series holds the attention. The intrigues of the Empire are heating up, the fate of mankind balances on the brink, and the conflict between the Foundation and the ruling dynasties becomes inevitable. The viewer will have to choose a side, just like the heroes, because the battle that will determine the future of the galaxy is coming. Three-Body Problem is an ambitious American science fiction series from the creators of Game of Thrones, based on the cult novel by Liu Cixin. It's not the first adaptation. A 30-episode adaptation of the Three-Body Problem was released on Chinese television in 2023, but the new version promises to give the story a global scope. The plot follows nanotechnologist Wang Miao, who witnesses a series of unexplained events that shock the scientific community. Scientists around the world commit suicide after experiments on particle gas petals produce mysterious and contradictory results. Soon Wang Miao agrees to participate in the investigation of these deaths and comes up with a disturbing hypothesis: someone or something is deliberately holding back scientific progress on Earth. Military intelligence agencies suspect that humanity has encountered an invisible but powerful force capable of changing the laws of physics. The series promises a tense mix of scientific thriller, philosophical questions about humanity's place in the universe, and a massive conflict that could change the course of history. Secret Invasion, the first series of the new stage in the development of Marvel, which promised a tense spy thriller with elements of science fiction. At the center of events, Nick Fury, who reveals a disturbing truth: an alien race of Skrulls, able to change their appearance, has long penetrated the Earth, hiding under the guise of humans. Their invasion is slow but inevitable, and Fury realizes that the fate of humanity hangs in the balance. Gathering a new team, he tries to stop the conspiracy, but now you can't trust anyone. Anyone can turn out to be a spy. The series created intrigue and an atmosphere of paranoia, but, as is often the case with Marvel projects, the outcome was ambiguous. On paper, Secret Invasion looked like a tense political thriller, but its execution didn't always live up to expectations. Still, the show added a new level of menace to the movie universe and showed the Marvel world in darker colors. It leaves behind important questions. What if it's too late to make a change? Das Signal is a tense German psychological thriller with elements of science fiction and detective, immersing the audience in the atmosphere of a global conspiracy and dark secrets. In the center of the plot, a scientist astronaut Paula, who after a flight into orbit disappears without a trace, never returning to her family. Her husband, gripped by anxiety, begins a search, following the mysterious clues left by his wife. With each new clue he gets closer to the solution, but realizes that the truth is not only capable of shaking him, but also to change the fate of all mankind. Someone is clearly trying to hide Paula's sensational discovery, and now her disappearance is just part of a vast conspiracy. The closer the husband gets to the truth, the more obvious it becomes: his family, and perhaps the whole world, is on the brink of disaster. The series promises an exciting mix of scientific mystery, psychological drama and suspense, leaving the viewer in suspense until the very finale. Thank you for watching to the end. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new episodes. And if you have any thoughts or questions, write in the comments, I'll be sure to read them. See you in the next video.